Known to so many simply as Q. For more than 60 years, Quincy Jones shaped music history as a producer, arranger, musician, and legendary collaborator. Born in 1933, Quincy Delight Jones Jr. discovered an early love for music, riffing on the trumpet with the Seattle jazz scene.
We were working at grown-up nightclubs until 4 and 5 in the morning when we were 13 and 14 years old.
Before long, Jones discovered his true passion, arranging and producing. Breaking barriers and working with music legends.
I would like to have you meet a gentleman who's been doing these marvelous orchestrations for me, Mr. Quincy Jones. Right there. Fly me to the moon.
Composing music for Hollywood films and iconic TV shows, including the theme for Roots. Perhaps his biggest collaboration changed the landscape of music. Producing 3 blockbuster albums with Michael Jackson, including the best-selling album of all time.
It was a great ride. The whole 80s was great for me.
Another highlight of that decade.
1, 2.
We are the world. Jones was the driving force behind a legendary collaboration, the top artists of the time releasing We Are the World to raise money for famine relief. The project was captured in a recent Netflix documentary, Jones spanning decades of musical evolution.
I feel blessed to have been born in that era, to come up with swing all the way up through to rap today. Blessed, absolutely blessed.
Quincy Jones, a musical visionary who filled the world with so much rhythm, simply by following his own beats. Even into his 9th decade, he told Al Roker the music was still in him.
I feel like I'm just getting started.
You're just getting started?
Yeah, man, I really do.
Quincy Jones is survived by brother, 2 sisters, 7 children and grandchildren. They say he's truly one of a kind. We're seeing all sorts of tributes pouring in, calling him a mentor and a role model. Back to you guys.
What a loss. Greatest force in American music ever, by far.
Yeah.
Coolest person you'd ever meet, by far.
Yep.
Reach, incredible.
Yeah.
You know, I was just Austin Powers at Halloween.
Yes.
You know, he did that's Bossa Nova.
Bossa Nova.
Soul Bossa Nova 62.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, where do you want to... He lived briefly next to Picasso in the south of France, who he idolized. He was the first black record exec at Mercury Records.
Mercury
he was a
Records.
VP, so he was a boss.
Yeah. He was incredible. And he said something to me. He said, all music is 12 notes.
Yeah.
It's the same 12 notes we've been using for over 700 years. But it's all about the song.
Right.
He said, you can have the greatest song that'll take a bad singer, make them great. But you can have a bad song and the best 3 singers can't do anything with it.
Wow. You know, Buzz Aldrin told him that Apollo 11 on the mission, that the crew listened to Fly Me to the Moon, which he arranged for Sinatra before they stepped on the moon.
Wow.
You know, when we lose Titans, we say sometimes there'll never be another. Sometimes there might be. But in this case, there will never be another Titan.
Well, just his origin story. I mean, for a kid to grow up south side of Chicago, dad moves out west, starts to play trumpet with a fella named Ray Charles.
Oh, yeah.
And to go from that, to go from jazz. And
we're talking Titan, even when you don't mention the 3 Michael Jackson records, you don't mention Vibe Magazine, you don't mention We Are the World.
Fresh Prince.
Executive Roof, Prince.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything. Color Purple.
Unbelievable.
Never again. Never again.
I'm thinking about my friend Rashida Jones this morning, too, by the way, who we know from the office here and the entire Jones family this morning. But what a life.
Yeah.